I should just start really with everyone here, just to congratulate everyone for the action back in April. I've seen some of you since then at annual conference, but that action that occurred on the 12th of April was just magnificent, and everyone in this room played a major part in showing leadership on the ground, showing leadership for your delegates, showing leadership over safety issues, which is what you're facing. And I hate to say it, but it's only going to get worse. You only have to look at what happened at the MRRC with the numbers that they've put there. And if you look in the budget papers, the budget's forecast an efficiency dividend for the next 4 years of a 3% cut per year for the next 4 years. You may have read the papers this morning about the jobs that cut out of TAFE. And I can assure you, anyone that thinks that they're going to somehow not have a new sort of round of benchmarking in prison, I'll call it something different next time. Be better prisons or something, really good like that. Better prisons where they cut jobs. Lead to the sort of situations where you can have, one officer working with a maximum security inmate. I won't go into details. How does that situation result? That results because they cut jobs on the ground. And the action that you took back in April sent a really clear message. And you saw what then occurred at the Bay. I'm not saying it's a bed of roses out there, but it's certainly changed, and you certainly got their attention. So well done to everybody in here for that. It was a day where I think everyone held their heads proud. Obviously, you had fantastic leadership, and I think once the decision was made that the Bay was going to go out, and I think Goulburn was going to go, that everyone sort of looked at it strategically and said, we've got to send a long, loud message, which you did. So well done to everybody. What we'll have to look at doing though between now and next March, we've made no secret of it. We intend to campaign politically against this government. We are going to do that. We're not going to sort of turn the other cheek and just allow them to decimate our numbers and to cut jobs continuously. Why is it that prison officers are not quarantined? Why is it that child protection workers aren't quarantined, or juvenile justice or any of those sorts of jobs aren't quarantined? Why is it that you get the same old cops, teachers, nurses? They're the only ones that seem to be on the front line, and that's the biggest load of malarkey, mate. I'll take some questions soon, Mark, but it's just a load of rubbish. Everyone here knows. The job that you do. You know what you're dealing with in the jails. You don't have to look at the assault rates and what you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. The prison population's now is over 14,000. It must be better than me. The system is still not caught up. It's going to be years until it catches up. We've seen what they're doing up in Grafton with that new facility up there. Obviously, that raises concerns about the old Grafton again. Sorry, Brownie. But, again, they're the sort of challenges that we're going to have to face. But when you look at the sort of budget cuts they're making, make no mistake, they will go back and do that John Moroney process. What do they call it? Tendering. But they'll come back and do that. And they won't bat an eyelid to do it. They will not bat an eyelid. So there is an opportunity in March. Whether Labor can win it, I don't know. But if they can at least get close, where there's a bit of a political mill, because at the moment there's nothing. And let me tell you, if you live here or elsewhere, I don't know if they've done much to help the drought out there for those of you that live in the bush, but if you live here in Sydney, it's just a shitfall. They can't manage projects. They can't. George Street's been ripped up for 3 years. Everywhere you look, they've sacked that many people out of the public sector that they now can't manage the public sector. So all those big projects are just sitting there unfinished. And the same's going to happen. They're going to rip down stadiums, or they're going to rip down the football stadium, which they ripped it down last week, but anyway. They're going to rip down that stadium. They're going to renovate the one out there at the Olympic Stadium. They're going to move the Powerhouse Museum. Anyone that's been to the Powerhouse, if you live in here, you've got kids, you go to the Powerhouse down here at Darling Harbour, and then you take your kids around to the Maritime Museum, have ice cream and go home. They're going to pick it up and move it to Parramatta.
The IRC.
At a cost, they're in the IRC, but this is a powerhouse, and you know what the cost is? $1 billion. And guess why? Because they want to develop the site. That's why. And they're doing that sort of stuff everywhere. But anyway, enough of that politics. But we will certainly be engaging, and we do not apologise for it, because if we don't get involved in it, then we're the mugs. Because at the moment they're getting away with absolute murder, and they're cutting jobs everywhere across the board. So watch that space.